In today's episode of F1 2021 My Team Career Mode, we will see a lot of chaos, mistakes from drivers. Can we get our first podium and win? On soft tires behind all top 6 cars on mediums. And the biggest question, does Vettel need to retire?
Please retire.
Hello once again into another episode of F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. So yeah, straight into it, we get into Q2. I struggled a bit again with the qualifying, but also I ramped up the tire pressures a bit more for qualifying and the setup. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, Q2, I thought we had pace for Q3, but it wasn't a certain pace. I was trying to push, but yeah, I think we are finally reaching development wise the top of the midfield, especially in the race pace. But yeah, I think the upgrades in Singapore and Japan might put us 5th best team, I think, if everything goes as planned, which will be exciting. You know, next season probably won't have a regulation change. I most likely won't do for this career any mods in terms of performance mods. So yeah, P12 and P16. I think many drivers have will take a new engine. When they take a new engine, they are faster in qualifying. So yeah, let's see.
8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas and Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell, Perez and Antonio Giovinazzi, Ocon, Stroll, Red and Giotto, Mazepin, Latifi, Robert Schwartzman and Sebastian Vettel. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Lundgaard, Tsunoda, they've taken a grid penalty. Mick Schumacher and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So yeah, 5 lights. And let's go. Can Gasly win another race? It's a fast track. There's a big straight. Can McLaren actually do something? Or maybe Verstappen win a first race for Red Bull. Verstappen pushing those McLarens. Can he grow through? I think he can, yeah. Max goes into P2 for now. A big kerfuffle at the back. But no DNFs for now. We initially, I think, lost some positions. No, I had to give some positions back, then I got mad at Ocon, pushed him wide. Ricciardo is falling down the order, Bottas goes up to P4. Leclerc falls back also. Russell is on the back of Hamilton. Can he get a better position after the chaotic Monza podium he got? Can we finally see some normal racing? I mean, it's not the best track for racing, but what we saw in Monza was... I haven't seen anything like it. If you haven't seen the episode, I highly suggest you see that one. So yeah, George is trying to push Lewis for P6. Round the outside. Can he get him? I think he can. Wow. Aggressive start from George, but it pays off. We are on the mediums. I think we can push a bit longer. No one from the front is on mediums. So yeah, probably the lowest track degradation on the calendar. So yeah, it's not an issue. I don't even think about hards. So yeah, I think we can push these tires to the end. I think they are that good. But yeah, Vettel goes on Mazepin, aggressive defending. So yeah, around lap 4 I think we got into a tempo. But yeah, it's hard to overtake here, you know, just when you think you can get someone, if you have a lower, higher drag, like I think I have, so yeah. It's not easy to pass cars as in previous games, I don't think. Also, they brake very weird on this DRS straight in sector 2, I think.
Yellow flag.
There's a yellow flag, someone is DNFing ahead. Who is it? I don't know. Is it Max? Oh my god. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh no. He's definitely fucking sick of Red Bull. I think he's gonna leave this team. Maybe we should get him, I don't know. But yeah, what a horrible season for Red Bull. I think 3 DNFs in a row for Max.
Okay, watch your
And Luca
pace.
Giotto is out. There's a safety car. What did Giotto do here? Let's see. Ooh, I think that's Nicky Latifi. Crashed into Giotto. Yeah, not ideal. I don't know what was Latifi thinking, but yeah. So yeah, everyone ahead pits except Stroll. I think he's on fresher softs from Q2, so yeah. Stroll will lead this race. And lead he does. I'm second, Ocon third. I think that Alpine has huge upgrades into this race. Can they get me? Vettel fourth, Mazepin in his home Grand Prix trying to put on a show for his fans, but this is fine. Norris going on the inside of Schumacher. That Haas and Williams have no straight line. The Haas has so much drag, the Williams has no engine power. It's like a different formula. All other cars are pretty close and Ocon goes for a move. I think he made contact with me. But I keep the position. Can Mazepin go for a P4? There's Vettel. Can Aston Martin push for a double top 3? This is a crazy restart so far. But yeah, we lose the DRS gap to Stroll. So we can take the lead. He has softs, obviously better traction on restarts. But yeah, we need to work on our restarts, I think, for this season also. So it's qualifying and restarts on this game are very hard for me, so yeah. There's Gasly pushing through. He's doing amazing. He's net P1 and look at Norris. Norris is second. Ooh, there's a big 10th left from me. How did I keep that away from the wall? I don't fucking know. Oh my god, it's a chaotic restart. I think this safety car might turn up the race on its head. But yeah, Vettel pits. So yeah, I can't take a breath. I mean, this is Sochi. I expected a boring race, but yeah, so far it's pretty entertaining. So yeah, we are barely not getting DRS on Stroll. I'm pushing as hard as I can. I lowered the rear pressures too much, so I'm sliding like mad, but also the differential, I can control it within the car, so yeah, it's not a problem. But yeah, we are faster on the straights compared to Stroll, or we have more battery, I don't know. We are in DRS, but I don't think it will matter. He might pit soon. And yeah, it's hard to overtake, even if he doesn't have DRS, it's not that easy to overtake. But if we get a good traction with these tires, I think we can overtake. But yeah, he pitted, so I was leading here. And oh my god, that's Giovinazzi and I think that Perez out. Another double DNF for Red Bull. What the fuck is happening? Let's see what happened. I think Red Bull Perez lost it. Yeah, Perez lost it himself again. What is happening to Perez? And there's Schwartzman at the back. Double DNF for Williams after an amazing double point finish in Monza. Just by surviving, they double DNF in Sochi. I guess that's not karma, but that's how things go, I guess, in motorsport. So yeah, we use this opportunity to pit. I think we can have an amazing result. We come out, I think that's P7. Yeah, we come out P7 with softs. Can we make some chaos in front of us. Can we possibly go for a podium? Maybe, I don't know. Our first podium with Vector. Let's see. A much better restart with softs now compared to the guys in front. Let's see, I've struggled to overtake, but we have softs now compared to mediums. I'm pretty optimistic about this. Double points for Aston Martin as far as it goes. Gasly leads. Can he get another win for Ferrari? This will be a surprise win. I didn't expect Ferrari to be this good and Mercedes to be nowhere, especially Hamilton. Yes, he leads the championship, but Norris is gonna slowly chip away. But yeah, we have a good launch on Hamilton. DRS is not on yet, but can we get Lewis Hamilton, the championship leader? I think we can. We move up to P6. Come on, there's 10 laps to go. I think we can do wonders. Yeah, the traction is pretty good, but yeah, even if I struggle around that sector, we put a purple second sector. Now DRS is on and I don't know, can we get it? I think if we get good tractions on exits, not like this one, especially, I think we can challenge it, but that's Vettel spinning out by himself again. Another mistake for Vettel. Bottled a solid points finishing position, I think. So yeah, I think he will retire at the end of the season, or same as Perez. I think they are, maybe even Max, I don't know. They are not having a good time in Formula 1 this year, so yeah. Maybe I'll try to save one of them, but yeah. The DRS train was horrible, so I didn't... Yeah, it was disappointing, but still P6 I'm pretty happy with it.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Another superb Russian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, you know what they say, to finish first you have to finish. And that fact was clear today, with lots of retirements having a big effect on the outcome of the race. As a driver, you tend to keep reliability concerns to the back of your mind and just focus on what's in front of you. But for the teams, races like this can be very stressful.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Yuki Tsunoda gets my vote today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. No change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So yeah, Ferrari are becoming very serious, I think, in this championship, especially Pierre Gasly, second win. He's not that far off. I think there are probably like 5 races, yeah. So that's 125 points available. So he can mount a strong challenge. Also, Norris is closing up the lead by 14 points now. And Ferrari is not that far off in constructors. So yeah. Also, we brought the huge upgrades in Singapore, as you can see. We are probably being the 5th best team overall. Williams huge upgrades into this race again. Also McLaren and Ferrari. I think this season is gonna end amazing, and next season will be super close. So yeah. I lost the footage for Q1. I got through Q1, not that difficult, but I struggled. Even if we are bringing the upgrades, I struggle with the aero, but yeah, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the lap without me waffling. So yeah, Sainz barely missed on our first Q3. I was P14. I don't know where the 16th driver was, but yeah, my
Against the
session bugged, I
spectacular
guess. So yeah.
backdrop of the Singapore skyline, Formula One returns once again to do battle in what tends to become something of an endurance race, with the notorious sauna-like temperatures in the cockpit making for an extremely physically challenging Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo and Bottas, Verstappen, Perez, Russell and Yuki Tsunoda, Vettel, Red, Mick Schumacher and Giovinazzi, Stroll, Giotto, Nicholas Latifi and Robert Schwartzman, Lundgaard, Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty, Sainz and Nikita Mazepin. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Yeah, can Leclerc get his first win of the season? Can he answer to Gasly? Again, a Ferrari front row. He's on mediums. He has the best position to win this race. But Gasly gets a better start. I think he can get him into turn 1. Yes, he can. Can Leclerc do something about it? Not for now. At the back, there's a straight fight. I think there's a couple of drivers on mediums in the top 10. I think there's Norris and Gasly. No, Norris and Leclerc. So yeah, I was pushing Tsunoda out, and yeah, I tried to get into points early on because I had hards. So yeah, with the hards it's not, you know, I hate the hards in this game. I tried to overheat the tires this time, you know, so I can get them working. Okay, it was hard. You can see each corner I'm correcting, I'm sliding around. It's not ideal, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So my idea was going one stop hard on mediums, so avoiding pretty much pitting 2 times. You know, I hate pitting on street tracks because for obvious reasons. So yeah, P10 already in points. So now it's all about, you know, trying to keep up with the front and not losing too much ground, because they are already pitting. Lap 6 they are pitting. The softs don't last long, especially used softs. So yeah, we are P5 already on hards. We have track position. Perez pits, Bottas pits. So yeah, we are P3 already. Only Leclerc and Norris are on medium. So yeah, Leclerc has an amazing chance to win this race, but you know, if he does a one stop, he has to pit on hards. So, and hards are horrible, as you see. But yeah, 11 laps. Vettel was close in behind me. Giotto P5. Yeah. Then Norris and Leclerc pitted around lap 11. And I'm gonna take the lead once again. Yeah, I was struggling a lot on the fast corner, so because of the aggressive setup for qualifying, as you can see. And Gasly, he's already pitted, so he's pushing me for position, but he has to pit one more time on mediums. I think he's soft, medium. So yeah, I don't know if he can win this race, but yeah, I didn't help Leclerc out. So yeah, I went to pit. Nothing much happened this race. I modified the values of the damage a bit to reduce chaos. Tell me in the comments if you want to change it back, but yeah, I think it was a bit too chaotic in Monza. A bit too chaotic, yeah. That's to say the least. But yeah, I almost got a penalty on the exit. P8, we exit P8 with no tires to pit on. So yeah, we're P5. So yeah, only 2 guys don't pit in front. That's Leclerc and Norris. I think if Gasly pits, he'll be ahead of me, because I think Gasly pitted already. So yeah, we are fighting P4. I think Vettel hasn't pitted for second time. So yeah, let's see what happened behind it. I think that's Lewis. He's out. The championship leader is out. Oh my god. You can't write this shit. If Norris finishes second, he's taking the championship lead. By 4 or 5 points, I don't know. And Gasly, he's also closing in. Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy end of the season. Always, you know, second seasons always deliver on my YouTube channel, so yeah. We are P4 and pretty strongly P4. Max is 6th, 28 seconds behind me. That's depressing for Red Bull. But yeah, in this race we are like a third fastest team on race pace. And also in the end, I was catching Gasly and Norris. I think they were either squabbling or Leclerc was pushing them behind, which is a smart strategy. But yeah, it's hard to overtake here, even if you have a tire advantage. But yeah, Charles goes to win his first race of the season. Third win for Ferrari, second in a row, yeah. We go for another P4, following up our best finish. But this one tastes even better because of more legitimacy.
They've endured the harsh conditions here in Singapore to pull off a spectacular victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. Lando Norris takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Carlos Sainz would be my first choice for this race. He had excellent race stamina, giving him the opportunity to charge through the ranks.
Let's move on to the constructors. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us.
Crazy. So constructors wise, it's all open for the first three teams. Ferrari are back. They're pushing. Gasly is 40 points behind. Leclerc is 57. Bottas is 65. Can he defend it? There are 104 points still left. So yeah, the top 7 are still in the game. So let's see. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.